We're here at St. John Bosco High School in California with 2019 All-American defensive back Chris Steele for a live Q&A session. Chris, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get right to it. All right, Chris, you told our team that you were trying to put your community on the map during the bowl. Can you explain that a little further?
I'm originally from Long Beach, California. Lived in Paramount for a few years now. I live in Downey, so this whole little area, I feel like this is mine. So, there's a lot of kids who do make it out, but there's also a lot of kids who had the opportunity to, but they really, they just didn't pan out. So that's really my goal to sort of break the mold, be the difference maker, and just make my community proud. Bellflower, Long Beach, Paramount, just all those cities, all the surrounding cities as well. I feel like it's just my job to just to make everybody proud.
And what does it mean to represent that community on Friday nights?
It means the world to me. To be the player that all the younger kids look up to, it's really a blessing. I have a lot of kids that come to watch me play after the game. They'll stick around, take pictures with me and stuff. And that just it sort of gives me another reason to keep going. To try to be successful, I guess you could say.
And what would you say is the most ambitious dream that you're chasing?
I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 23. Whether that's me going to the NFL or me getting my degree, going into business or whatever I want to major in. So that's what I'm aiming for.
So how are you preparing to achieve that dream, like as a football player and just as an individual in general?
So my parents, ever since I was little, my parents always told me that I have to take care of business in the classroom before I take care of business on the football field. So, obviously I'm just keep doing what I'm doing with football, keep outworking everybody, keep outworking my competition, and then in the classroom continue to keep a high GPA, and just handle business in there as well. Because if football doesn't pan out, I do have a backup plan, and that's really what I plan to do.
All right, so you're going to be making your college declaration live on NBC during the bowl game. What went into your decision to announce it live on NBC?
It's something that this game is something that I've been watching for a few years now. A lot of my teammates played in it. A lot of dudes that I'm very close to played in it. I think Buki announced last year. That's like a big brother to me. I just saw the reaction that everybody sort of got out of that. I'm real big on my brand. So I feel like, announcing on the best game in high school football, I feel like that wouldn't be too bad at all, in front of millions of people watching. So I feel like that'll just help my brand out a lot, and that'll, I guess you could say it's a tradition that people would dream of being a part of. Odell, all those guys playing the game. So just to be able to announce on national television, I feel like that would be real cool.
Who would you say are the most important people in your life?
My parents, without a doubt. So I say my parents are most definitely the important people, and then obviously my coaching staff at Bosco. They came in when I was 14 years old, but ever since then they've just been a huge part of my life. And then I have an uncle that passed away when I was in 8th grade, and he really had a lot to do with my success as well. He was somebody that I could talk to about everything. He was there to support me. He was an All-American way back when as well, played football at UCLA, played for the Patriots and the Eagles. So, he had a lot of advice that he gave me, and I still carry on today.
So what are some of the examples of things that your family and your coaches have done to help you get to where you are today and where you are trying to go?
So, my family, they made a lot of sacrifices, whether it's from moving me to a better area so that I could focus a little bit more, and it's just the little things that they do. All the constant support. My mom being at every single football game, never missing a game. That means everything to me. My mom and my dad, they've never missed a game. So it's just the little stuff that they do. And then my coaching staff, they've developed me into the player I am today. They put me on the biggest stage possible to make plays. They developed me, get me ready for every single game, and they just put me in a position to make a play. So that's big for me.
So far, what has been your favorite memory as a football player?
Ooh, I have a few memories. Playing in so my the first game of the season my sophomore year was on national TV. Played on ESPN against we played on ESPN against St. Xavier out of Ohio. So you know, that was not too many kids start their sophomore year for my school. So I started my sophomore year, and I had a really big hit on punt on national TV. You know, they replayed it. I got to watch it when I got home. Everybody was tagging me on Instagram, Twitter, everything. So that was probably the biggest moment. And then winning a state championship that same year, I feel like that kind of just added the topping of the ice cream. You know, it was good, but that just made it better when he stayed with my guys.
Your family was just presented with the American Family Insurance Dream Champion Award earlier today. How have they helped you achieve your dreams?
You know, my parents, they like I said, they sacrificed a lot for me. You know, whether it's driving me an hour and a half away to go work out. You know, it's just the little things that they do. You know, they show me nothing but constant love and support, and you know, they do everything in their power to make sure that I'm happy and I have what I need to be a successful football player and an athlete.
So have your parents provided any advice to you as you prepare to enroll at a university next year?
Yeah, you know, my dad played at Division I college. He played at New Mexico State, so he's been through it. He's been through the recruiting process, had the opportunity to go to schools like Miami, Virginia Tech, you know, anywhere he wanted. But you know, he made a lot of mistakes, which made him land at a smaller Division I school. So you know, he just gives me the advice that I need to keep pushing every day and don't ever feel complacent. You know, because there's always somebody out there that's working to get to where you are. So you know, just always got to continue to work hard and you know, prove why you have what you have.
So last year, our team came to your school and honored Jaden Woodbay, and you were in the crowd. So how does it feel to come full circle and now be presented with your very own All-American Bowl jersey?
I mean, it's an honor, you know, from Jaden Woodbay to Nico Fowler, Jaleel Wadu, Nigel Hale, Wyatt Davis, all those guys, they all played in this game. So, you know, it means a lot to me to be able to carry on the tradition, you know. In our coach's office, we have all their jerseys hung up on the wall. You know, it's going to be a real blessing to come back next year and see mine up there.
So we just got done with your honorary selection as an All-American here at your school in California. Is being selected as an All-American an honor that you've dreamed of?
Without a doubt. You know, it's a game that I've been watching for a long time now. You know, obviously, like I said, having all my teammates playing it, you know, watching it on TV every year. I mean, it's a huge honor, you know. It's something that I feel like every high school player dreams of.
All right, so lastly, what motivates you?
My family motivates me. You know, I have a lot of younger cousins. You know, I have a little sister, my parents, my grandparents. You know, I just want to make everybody proud. I want to be able to support everybody in my family. You know, I don't want them to have to worry about anything. I want them to know that, you know, their big cousin Chris, their son, their brother is going to be there to support them. So.
All right, well, thank you, Chris. You can catch Chris in the best 100 players in America at the 2019 All-American Bowl presented by American Family Insurance on January 5th at noon, live on NBC, and we will see you in San Antonio.
West Coast is the best coast.